Yeah, so this kind of goes into the next point, which is time to have a little debate on how accurate the mapping project is. I'll let you start off with this one. What's your thoughts on it?
I think I actually looked at this in preparation for this podcast for today. I was looking at the latest version that I think I don't know how to pronounce this sort of Dupsaw, yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's version 0.043 that I was looking at. I think he's updated a few things here and there. I don't know necessarily the specifics, but from what I can understand anyways, just by looking at it, like it already looks pretty accurate, like especially seeing that we've had the leaks back from, September 2022. That's obviously given the mapping community much more information to map it out. Compared to GTA 5, where it was literally just basing it off just the trailers alone, all the official information from Rockstar at the time, before I think around 2011 and prior to its release in 2013. I don't know. Yeah, what's your thoughts on it actually? Like, what do you think? How it looks at the moment?
The thing is like we can say that like some of the locations are pretty spot on because obviously they use the game engine coordinates from the game engine from the leaks, but like in terms of how big the map is, like for example, where the sea starts and where the land ends, like we have nothing on that. We have just probably some clips from the trailer and a couple of clips out of the leaks that show us that. So we have like some parts of the map which are bona fide that are, yes, they are confirmed from the leaks. Obviously could be changed. But I think like with the GTA 5 mapping project, that wasn't perfect, but the actual like the predictions they made were pretty close. So considering that they have a lot more to go off this time, like the leaks this time were drastically bigger than they were for GTA 5, I think it's going to be pretty accurate. The only thing that I'm a bit concerned about is like, obviously before we had the mapping project, everyone was assuming the map would be about 2 to 2.5 times the size. From the mapping project, it looks like the map is about 1.5 times the size of GTA 5's map. But then again, we have more ocean, which it looks like from the trailer, the ocean life is going to play a big part in the game. I mean, the amount of boats in that trailer, I think someone counted it. I think it was like 40-something boats in the trailer.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I'm not too bothered about the map not being 10 times the size of GTA 5. I think it's more important that like what they do with that space rather than how much space there is. That's something that GTA 5 suffered with. Like the whole northern part of the map was essentially pretty barren.
Yeah, it was like nothing.
Yeah.
You had Sandy Shores, Paleto Bay, Chumash, all that parts of the map or part of the GTA 5 map up north. Like there's nothing much to do like up there. Like you think about when you're in GTA Online, like all the players are just pretty much situated in Los Santos, and that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, 100%. And I think as well that like with the introduction of like Port Gowhorn, which looks like it's going to be the opposite side of the map, there's now going to be a reason online for people to actually go from one place to another and things to happen in the middle of the map because people will be commuting from one side to the other. Whereas in GTA 5, they started adding extra missions and online to give you a reason to go to the north part of the map. But even then, there's nothing that's dramatically interesting to do.
It's just nothing much happens out. Yeah, you're right. Nothing much is happening up there. We've got the clubhouse, the MC clubhouse and all that, and that's about it.
That ties back into how the space is used being far more important than how much space we actually have.
I think also the other thing as well is in terms of the mapping project, like in terms of how accurate it is, like I was saying to you, it probably sounds like I'm repeating myself now, but I mean like in terms of the mapping community having more of the information from the leaks back in September of 22, and that gives them more leverage to make sure that this is probably more accurate compared to the GTA 5 initial mapping project map, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. I'm also constantly being haunted by the fact that it's not unlike Rockstar to pull something from the game during development. So, some of those development shots, the period of time that they all vary from is quite drastic. And there could be a lot of things that were pulled from the game since like 2022 and now. For example, Rockstar only officially announced GTA 6 was in the works in 2022 at the start of. They said that active development had started on the game at the start of 2022.
It was Feb 4th, I think. Yeah, Feb 4th.
We know that the game is in development a lot longer before that. We started hearing information in like 2018 about Project Americas and stuff like that. So, I mean, what the game would have been or what the game could have been or how big or small the map could have been or will be, it's still, I mean, from 2022 to when the game comes out in 2025, think of all the stuff that could change.
Yeah, everything's all subject to change. Like, you know, things can get cut as well. So that's something that we probably should keep in mind as well.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if the game comes out and it's in Paris, I'm going to be a bit confused.
Imagine that. Oh, no more Vice City. No more. No, we're just going to go straight to Paris, straight to France. Oh, far out. Have a baguette and all that. Oh my god. You know, one of the other things as well is on their official blurb that they came up with. I don't know if you saw it when they came out. It says, Grand Theft Auto 6 heads to the state of Leonida, home to the neon-soaked streets of Vice City and beyond, in the biggest, most immersive evolution of the GTA series yet.
Yes,
a few key words there.
That's in their press release, like, yeah.
Press release, yeah. Thank you, yeah. Press release.
Yeah, like that's the thing as well, because like in the trailer we saw signs for Kelly County and other places, like areas that we've only some areas that have been referred to in other GTA games. Some games have been referred to in the Rockstar universe itself. But like this whole Leonida like state thing, because Rockstar is very flexible on what they class as a state. We saw it in like San Andreas. It was like the state of San Andreas, but there was like so many different things encompassed within that. So what's going to be encompassed in terms of Leonida? Like obviously that's a play on Florida and that's a play of the greater Miami area, but are they going to take liberties and extend the map up to places like Georgia? Because we saw, you know, in the background of some of the shots in the leaks, there were some not mountains, but more like hills, and more adverse terrain, which isn't in Florida. So how far they'll stretch what a state can be in the game will be really interesting to see upon release.
Yeah, I think if they take inspiration from Georgia as well, could be interesting. Like, I guess it doesn't have to necessarily be like 1-to-1 ratio, but it will be interesting to see how they go about it, though. Because, I mean, if they do take inspiration from Georgia and seeing those mountainous terrain, like hilly terrain like we saw in the leaks, then I don't see why they can't somewhat play around with it a little bit, if that makes sense.
100%.